Well, what's going on YouTube? So I'm gonna start here. I just wanted to come on super quick and speak on some things super quick. And I was having a conversation with another YouTuber about another video that another YouTuber had done, and it just kind of lingered over into some scriptures. So this is what I spend most of my time doing, which is one of the reasons why I'm so heavily targeted and I'm so heavily oppressed. Um, However you want to judge me, however you want to look at me, do what you must. Um, but I wanted to make these things clear because based off of the comments that I was receiving, either there was a misunderstanding, some loss in translation. I'm not really sure what the deal was, but I'm going to try to clear it up. I don't want to make this too long. So we were discussing Psalms 82, and their perspective on Psalms 82 was that from this is my understanding from what the comment read that God had set a people, a divine people, over the nations, and these people are who Psalm 82 is talking about, and not the mere fact that Psalms 82 is talking about a pantheon of gods, and that is indeed what it's talking about. So I pulled up Bible Hub. I appreciate Bible Hub because it gives you an opportunity to read scripture through different translations. You have people who are biased about translation, so I like to pull this up, not only for that, but for myself as well, just to see, what the translation has done to the message of the scripture. But I'm going to read Psalms 82, and it starts out by saying, and this is Bible Hub. This is what it looks like for those of you who've never used Bible Hub. At the top there, it gives you all the translations. You just simply click on it, and up there at the top, it'll give you Psalms 82 or whatever chapter you're looking at, and it will give up the translation reading. So it says, a Psalms of Asaph. It says, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judged among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to read this same chapter in another translation. Let's see. I'm going to pick one that's not so popular. That was the King James Version for all those who are in love with the King James Version. This is the NET. It says, God stands in the assembly of El. In the midst of the gods, he renders judgment. He says, how long will you make unjust legal decisions and show favoritism to the wicked? Selah. Defend the cause of the poor and the fatherless. Vindicate the oppressed and suffering. Rescue the poor and the needy. Deliver them from the power of the wicked. They neither know nor understand. They stumble around in the dark, while all the foundations of the earth crumble. I thought you are gods, all of you sons of the Most High. Yet you will die like mortals. You will fall like all the other rulers. Rise up, O God, and execute judgment on the earth. for you own all the nations. So I'm going to dissect this one real quick. So right here, you can clearly see that there's this distinction being made between mortals, the other rulers, and the gods. There would be no need for distinction between those if they were just simply talking about man to begin with. Up here at the top, it says God stands in the assembly of El, the Elohim. And we all know that Elohim is a derivative of plural. It is not singular, it is plural, meaning gods. It also says that the sons, plural, of the Most High. Yet you will die like mortals, letting them know you are eternal beings, but because you are rebellious and you are not ruling in a righteous manner, you will die like mortals, like the other rulers, like the kings, like the princes. It's being made very clear here that we are talking about a pantheon of gods. If you look at the name of Israel, it's Israel, Isis, Ra, El, in the assembly of El. That's where Israel got their name. The tradition in Egypt and Kemet was they would worship three gods from the pantheon, three most popular gods, and they would take on their name so that you can have an identifier and a branding who you belong to. This scripture is letting you know that there was a moment in the time where subjects of the world were ruled by a pantheon of gods. But because they rebel, which goes all the way back to the fallen angels, the angels who rebelled, the angels that are running this world that we live in right now, this is the result. You begin to have these fallen angels who were at one point in time called Elohim, and they translated over to God, and they transferred back to angel, and they were once messengers, and they went back to gods. Either way, these are eternal beings that were sons of the Most High, which clearly here is being made a distinction between the sons of the Most High, which are eternal beings, and the children of the Most High, which would be the offspring of human beings, and the other subjects that were created in this existence. And then I had someone tell me that I need to look at Psalms 81 for context, so we're going to do that real quick. One moment. All right, guys, so I'm going to read Psalms 81 just super quick here. It says, for the music of the director according to the Gittith style by Asaph. Shout for joy to God, our source of strength. Shout out to God, to the God of Jacob. Sing a song and play the tambourine, the pleasant sounding harp, and the 10-string instrument. Sound the ram's horn on the day of the new moon, and on the day of the full moon when our festival begins. For observing the festival is a requirement for Israel. It is an ordinance given by the God of Jacob. He decreed it as a regulation in Joseph when he attacked the land of Egypt. I heard a voice I did not recognize. I said, I removed the burden from his shoulder. His hands were released from holding the basket. In your distress you called out, and I rescued you. I answered you from a dark thundercloud. I tested you at the waters of Meribah. I said, listen, my people. I will warn you, O Israel, if only you would obey me. There must be no other God among you. You must not worship a foreign God. I am the Lord your God, the one who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide and I will fill it. But my people did not obey me. Israel did not submit to me. I gave them over to their stubborn desires. They did what they seemed right to them. If only my people would obey me. If only Israel would keep my commands. Then I would quickly subdue their enemies and attack their adversaries. May those who hate the Lord cower in fear before him. May they be permanently humiliated. I would feed Israel the best wheat, and would satisfy your appetite with honey from the rocky cliffs. Now, I don't know what exactly this person was trying to convey by saying that this scripture would give me context to 82, because all it's talking about is the God of Jacob essentially saying that Israel disobeyed even though they kept being given an opportunity. I don't see what the context is here. Israel was certainly not the divine people set over the nations. But let me put something into perspective for you guys to show you that these fallen angels are the ones who are ruling this world. Give me one moment.